Imagine if you woke up one morning and realized that you had dormant, superhuman abilities that were waiting to be unleashed. Imagine if you realized that you could actually change your blueprint of life, your DNA, to enable you to expand your creative potential, provide access to your subconscious mind, and become more intuitive, clairvoyant, and know instantly what your purpose is in life. Once you activated these abilities, you could manifest anything you desired in your life. Live a life without drama. Create your ideal physical body. Become immune to disease and potentially reverse the aging process. You would alter the aging process and actually start to rejuvenate to look and feel younger. Your DNA is your blueprint of life and is what controls every single function inside each of your cells. If you change your DNA, you could really change your life. Life begins with an untouched mind, much like a blank canvas waiting to be colored. The colors are known as the human experience, which brings about the gradual development of the mental capabilities required to live a normal life. Intelligence, creativity, and memory are developed, but at the same time, an accumulation of programs and conditions take place that shape an individual's personality, morality, and norms. Slowly, the noise and overload of information from external influences like culture, media, and family overpower the sense of bliss that is naturally occurring at birth. The notion of self begins to form, creating what is also known as ego. Ego interferes with the true individual expression, causing what can be compared to memory loss, a loss of the memory of the simple joy of living in the moment, being free and omnipotent. The way to regain the memory of an unlimited self is through the activation of specific glands and organs within the body. They are like information superstores that absorb all life experiences. By changing the information caused by traumas to information about infinite possibilities, a person's life experience is changed from one of fear and limitation to ultimate freedom and potential. The change happens through DNA reprogramming, a way of consciously overriding the noise of ego with the light language of the soul. Installing its messages directly into the body, it gives the individual the opportunity to hold and feel the energy of his or her true expression, and not the distorted, polarized ego version. There is now a process which will assist you to do all these things and more, and it is called DNA activation. Most people know that DNA is the blueprint of life and is located in every cell of the body. In addition to each chromosome's two-strand double helix of DNA, there are an additional 22 etheric strands of DNA available to each human, which have been dormant since the beginning of recorded history. Each additional strand possesses attributes that permit the individual to perform greater human accomplishments. Scientists acknowledge that we currently use only 3% of our current two-strand DNA. Thus, we live in a society where people are often sick, unhappy, stressed out, and are totally disconnected with the universe. Most people have to meditate for many years just to have a so-called mystical experience. That's how disconnected we are now. Imagine activating 100% of your two-strand DNA plus 22 additional strands. You would go from using 10% of your brain to becoming a multi-dimensional being with psychic, telepathic, and manifestation abilities beyond anything you've ever dreamed of. Think of yourself right now as a person with two strands of DNA, with only one strand active. You are as a standalone computer with access to only about 16 megabytes of RAM. This means you can only run a few programs, none concurrently, and you are not even connected to the internet. Once you activate your DNA, it's like you get a DSL connection to the mind of everything and can access anything you want just by using your intent and intuition. The portions of the DNA chain that science has presently identified as the double helix represent only the surface portions of the chemical, elemental, and electrical components of the active DNA strands. Science has yet to identify the multidimensional spectra of DNA manifestation, and has yet to realize that within the structures of detectable DNA, there are levels of structure and function that direct the operations of the entire genetic blueprint, which are not currently detectable by the contemporary scientific method. DNA activation works on a deep cellular level, directly changing each cell's memory. The reprogramming happens through the nervous center, specifically the medulla oblongata, which sends messages to the rest of the body. Updating the DNA with new beliefs and memories enables an amazing transformation from within the body throughout the entire system of a human being. The human DNA imprint will always appear from external analysis as a two-strand double helix configuration. How to activate the medulla. First, locate the organ in the body. The medulla is the lower part of the brainstem, located where the spinal cord ends and the skull begins. Then feel into it. Find the largest concentration of energy and surrender to it. This energy concentration is basically the bliss instinct of the organ. Following it is like letting the sensation lead the way, and a slight tingling sensation may occur. This technique is the basic way of activating any organ or gland. Activating the medulla will heal drug addictions. Drugs with a mind-altering effect leave residue in the human brain and nervous system. Tuning into this center will blast any debris out of the system, allowing for an enhanced production of dopamine to happen. Forget any chemically induced simulations and go with the natural access to states of ecstasy instead. DNA activation removes the energetic blockages to you embodying your higher self, so consciousness expansion is one of the main benefits. You will be more aware of everything, especially what your purpose is and why you incarnated here at this point in time. You will start to become aware or see things that others cannot see, some of the hidden agendas going on, and how to make decisions to help you and your family in the best way possible. Your dormant brain functions will start to become active, especially your pineal gland. This will help to start tapping into your higher senses, and you will be able to use these on a daily basis with practice. Some of the physical benefits reported by clients include thicker hair growth, weight loss and stabilization of desired weight, increased energy and rejuvenation of various muscles. You will start to see how your body is just a thought form as well, and you can change your body more easily with focus, so you won't have to work out as much. Emotionally, you will go beyond your personal dramas, the aggravation of everyday life. Your body will undergo a detoxification, which will bring old emotional issues to the surface to be released forever, to no longer cause dis-ease and poison the body. You may notice that your dreams are more vivid, and that you may release old fears and phobias. You will also experience a renewed sense of confidence and security, and will project that to others, which will allow you to have more fulfilling relationships, increased trust and discernment, and the attraction of soulmates. You may feel sensations, see images or colors, or feel absolutely nothing. Usually, most people notice something different about themselves within a very short time frame. It really depends on how sensitive you are to energy. Some people feel the session very strongly, such as heat or twitching, as it is happening. Others may feel sleepy. You may notice tingles or some other sensations in the head area, your crown chakra. In some cases, people experience a spontaneous physical or emotional healing at the time of the activation. After that, there will be numerous changes in the next few days, weeks, and months. Most people experience an increase in energy and go through a cleansing or a detox process. DNA activation is an eternal process, and you will notice changes throughout your lifetime. The DNA activation is a huge acceleration step on your personal path of enlightenment, empowerment, and personal health. Many experience a greater depth and richness to their emotions. Some speak of heightened creativity, or say that ideas and concepts that were once obscure become clear. Most speak of expanded awareness, greater peace, and understanding of the person they already are, along with increased physical energy and improved personal health. Spontaneous healings can occur at the time of activations. These usually have to do with acute physical and emotional disorders. There is a purification process that begins to detoxify the physical, emotional, and mental bodies. There have been many